What is up guys, it's your boy Solam here, back with another Classic WoW video, and today we're talking about professions and making gold through professions. To be even more specific, we're talking about cooldown crafting here, and we're breaking down the math to see, is cooldown crafting something worth going for, and should you be leveling up characters and start doing cooldown crafting to make gold in Classic WoW. Before that though, this is a gold making video, so we have to thank today's sponsor, which is myself and my gold making guide, which if you haven't checked it out yet, it talks about, well, it doesn't really talk, but it shows you everything that I know about gold making, whether that is actively farming, crafting for gold, or even cooldown crafting or investing. So when you have a little bit of gold, it talks about which items you can put your gold into to hopefully get more gold back later down the line. And to be very specific here about my investments, I have turned 2,000 gold in phase 1 on the anniversary servers to about 8,000 gold in phase 2. That is 400% increase, literally by farming gold, putting my gold into items, and doing nothing. I have gotten 6,000 gold, quote unquote, for free by just doing nothing. So check it out, the link is down below, and if you want to min-max or maximize your gold making potential in Classic WoW, any version of Vanilla WoW, this is the guide to have. It talks about Season of Discovery, and even fresh Classic WoW as well. So check it out, the link is down below in the pinned comment. Now let's get into talking about cooldown crafting and doing some mathematical breakdowns to see, is it something you should really pursue, and how much gold do you really get back for the time you put in? Well, first of all, what is cooldown crafting? Cooldown crafting is when you level up a couple of professions with the specific intent of crafting things that have a cooldown attached to them. A couple of examples here is, for example, tailoring. You have mooncloth, so right here this one can be crafted and has a 4-day cooldown. I will craft this one right now just to show you guys that when you craft this, you will trigger a cooldown that takes quite a while. It's a 4-day cooldown. Likewise, you also have another one through leatherworking called the salt shaker, turning it to a deep rock salt into refined deep rock salt that can then further be used to make cured rugged hide. This one is also a cooldown and has a 3-day cooldown. And then in alchemy you have transmutes. Some of them are daily cooldowns and some of them are bi-daily, so like 2-day cooldowns basically. So right here, when crafting mooncloth, you will trigger a 3-day, 23-hour cooldown, basically 4 days. And when it comes to alchemy, you also have transmute arcanite, for example, which has a 2-day cooldown. You can also buy certain recipes, either through vendors, through reputations, or even buy them on the auction house or find them in the world as open world drops, and they have daily cooldowns, turning one element to another element. One very popular example of that is transmute undeath to water, which is arguably the most profitable transmute at the moment. Now, in order to start crafting these, you will need to have a character that is at least level 35 to unlock the highest rank of professions, which is why you will see people that are going for this method have a lot of level 35s on their account. For me, my level 35 characters, I do intentionally get to higher levels as well, because we are going to go into the Burning Crusade, and my plan is to expand this cooldown crafting empire into the Burning Crusade as well. So right now we have my Paladin here, for example, that is doing cooldown crafting and is level 38, and we have a level 26 rogue that I'm in the process of leveling up at the moment that will also be cooldown crafting. So let's get into the math then, shall we? Well, at the moment, this is Transmute Arcanite and the current profitability behind the Transmute Arcanite. So you can see here, right now, this one gives 13 gold profit every 2 days. That gives you 7.5, this should be 6.5, but I've used the math with 7.5 here. So let me just fix this for a quick second. Bit of a brain fart moment there, but either way, here we go. 13 gold profit every 2 days, which would be 6.5 gold every single day. And below I will give you guys 2 mathematical equations. One of them is basically the profitability behind 1 full year of crafting, and one is half a year of crafting. And the reason why I wanted to include both of these is, number one, 1 year is typically the current expansion like life cycle we're running with in Classic WoW usually. Season of Mastery for example, Season of Discovery has been going on for a little bit over that, but then we have the anniversary servers running on a accelerated cadence from Classic WoW, so we should have TBC faster than we did back in the days. So we have 1 year here to show you how much gold you will make after crafting for a year, and then we have half a year if you believe TBC is coming out in half a year, or if you're watching this video like a month or two in down the line as well. This way you know how much gold to expect based on how much time we have left in this current version of the game. So if you transmute for a full year, whenever the cooldown is available, you will be making 2,372.5 gold, and the next part of the math here is divided by 30, and that is because you need to level the characters to level 35, and if you have a pretty fast leveling speed and a good leveling route, RestedXP for example, link down below, you can get to level 35 in about 30 hours. So we're using 30 hours here as a benchmark to get to level 30, and if you spend more time, that is completely fine. Just use this as a template and change the numbers based on your server and your leveling speed. But for me, 30 hours to level 35 is around correct, just depends on the class I play. So once again, this one gives us a gold per hour based on the time spent to level up to level 35. So if you transmute every single day for a full year, you will get almost 2.4k, and then divided by 30 for the hours spent, you will get 79 gold per hour for your time spent setting up this character. This is not including time spent skilling up professions, because while leveling you should be working on that while you're leveling. So on a boat for example, if you go AFK for a bit, just craft while you're leveling, if you have time for it. So as an alliance for example, you'll be boating quite a lot back and forth between Darkshore, Wetlands and all of those places. Just craft something when you're on those boats, it really helps out. And then we have below for half a year as well, so 180 multiplied by 6.5 gives us 1,170 gold, and once again divided by 30 for 30 hours spent, we're looking at 39 gold per hour. And the whole reason why I'm adding a gold per hour here is to show you guys, is this worth doing compared to simply farming gold? That's a decision you have to make for yourself based on how much gold you can farm usually and these current rates. So that is Transmute Arcanite. Then we have Transmute Undeath to Water. This is a recipe you will have to buy on the auction house, and it's currently the absolute best way to make passive gold. So here we have currently 17 gold profit, and it's a daily transmute, so this one gives you 17 gold every single day. So using that we have 365 multiplied by 17 gives us 6,205 gold over a full year. But you have to remember, you have to log in every single day, click that button, and some days you simply will forget, trust me. Now we also have minus 1,000 here, because the recipe usually costs 1,000 gold, so we're taking away like that part of the equation here, subtracting the value of the recipe that you have to buy to start crafting this. So that leaves us with 5,205 divided by 30, which gives us a gold per hour of 167.5, and that is for 1 year of transmuting. So one character then would be worth 167.5 gold per hour. Now below this we have 180 days, so half a year multiplied by 17 gold daily. This gives us just over 3,000 gold. Once again, we have to subtract 1,000 gold for the recipe, and then we have to divide this by 30 for the hours spent leveling up to level 35, which gives us 68.6 gold per hour, which is still more than pretty much every open world gold farm out there, so I would say this one right here looks very, very good. Now for alchemy, there are a lot of other transmutes, but those are the two that I wanted to highlight, because the first one is free, and this one right here is the best one, but you will have to have 1,000 gold to spend on the recipe, but you get that gold back very fast. Based on these numbers, you should be getting that gold back in about 1.5 to 2 months, so you break even pretty fast once again. Next up then, after alchemy, we have tailoring, and in tailoring you can do mooncloth crafting. This currently gives you 13 gold profit every 4 days. It's a 4-day cooldown. That leaves you with 3.25 gold every single day, and over a full year of crafting this will be 1186.25 gold, divided by 30, once again for the hours spent. That leaves you with 39 gold per hour for this character. Then you have the same mathematical equation for half a year, which gives you 585 gold for half a year, or 19.5 gold per hour as well. Next up then, we have leatherworking, where you're making refined deep rock salt. This one gives you 12 gold profit every 3 days, so it has a 3-day cooldown, which gives you 4 gold daily if you do the cooldown whenever it's available every single time. This one right here, over a full year, will give you 1,460 gold, or 48.6 gold per hour. And likewise, for half a year, it will be 720 gold, or 24 gold per hour. Now, one thing you have to consider here, when looking at those gold per hour numbers, they might be a little bit low for both leatherworking and tailoring, but you can combine professions. So these gold per hour numbers is only if you only have that profession. So for me, for example, I am currently combining both alchemy, this one right here, and the tailoring. So for example, if you use this one, it's 79 gold per hour, and then this one would be 39 gold per hour. We're looking at over 100 gold per hour combined on these characters. So I would say cooldown crafting looks very good when you look at it that way, because you're not just having one profession, you usually have two. So you choose either tailoring plus leatherworking, or alchemy plus tailoring, and to talk a little bit about that, on the anniversary servers, we are confirmed to go into the Burning Crusade, and for leatherworking, you don't have a cooldown craft in the Burning Crusade, but tailoring keeps their cooldown crafting in the Burning Crusade, and so does alchemy. So anyone who wants to keep on crafting cooldowns in the Burning Crusade, alchemy plus tailoring is a very solid choice. Now I will also add that for anyone with alchemy, looking into getting this recipe seems to be a very good idea. Like, once again, you have the math right here. This one right here is for Arcanite, for example, which gives you over a year 2.3k. And then you have this one giving you 6.2k, or 5.2 if you subtract the cost of the recipe. And this one is assuming you get it for 1000 gold, and right now on my auction house it is 1.3, so a little bit more. But like, the profit margins here goes from 6.5 gold per day with Arcanite up to 17 gold for Undeath to Water. And when it comes to Arcanite, for example, this tends to peak in phase 3 and then goes a little bit down in value. Meanwhile, Essence of Water pretty much stays high throughout the entirety of Classic WoW. Either way, that is pretty much what I have for you today, so let me know what you think in the comments down below, and let me know your gold making strategy in Classic WoW and the Burning Crusade in the comments as well. I would love to hear how you're planning to make gold, both right now in Classic WoW, and even as we go into the Burning Crusade. So let me know some stuff and things in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you want more content like this. As always, thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon.